Hi, I'm NightShade, and that's my mom.
Hello, I'm Sophie, and that's my daughter.
It's going to be a February full moon read for you guys.
All right.
Oh, I got the moon. I got the moon.
I've got the Six of Pentacles.
All right, well, that's interesting. Let's see.
All
See
right.
where we're going.
The full moon is Saturday night, February, what is that, 9th? And Saturday is ruled by Saturn. Saturday is the day to get things done.
Yeah, it is. Most of the time you're working throughout the week.
Yeah, you've only got Saturday to get all the things done. Oh. I have the Nine of Cups
She's
and the Page of Cups.
Miss Agnes is down there tearing things up, if y'all can hear that, sorry. Oops, Temperance, look at that. Well, that's kind of needed. There's a big shock, surprise, and awe. You need to take a moment, huh? Shock, surprise, and awe going on. You need to take a moment.
You need to take a moment to look at everything. All right. Oh. The Eight of Swords. Whoa. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect timing there.
Let's see.
You're being led by the moon.
Yeah, you are. So a good thing or a bad thing? Guess it just depends, huh? Now, if you do that knowing full well that you're doing it, more power to you. Don't get carried away and manipulated, though. There's a difference between doing something with fully conscious of what you're doing, getting carried away. It's like falling in love. You don't want to get manipulated, but you do want to let yourself fall if it's a good thing, not if it's not a good thing.
Well, you have a lot to take into account here.
Yeah, you got a lot of cups. Oh my goodness. Oops.
Oh, the Seven of Cups. You're not seeing clearly.
No, you're not.
Because what you're
clearly.
seeing
Isn't what's in front of you.
the physical, in your mind's eye, it's different.
Got Queen of Wands. Alright, so it looks like what you're not seeing clearly is this Queen. Or this could be you. This looks like, because it's fallen under that wish card right there, so that tells me it's like, dream come true? I don't know. It's a little bit of like, if I didn't know
Well,
better.
it's not as it seems.
I was going to say, if I didn't know better, I would say someone's making a love potion.
Could definitely be.
Somebody's getting that full moon love potion on.
Intent is everything.
Somebody's getting that love potion groove on, huh? Somebody's casting a love spell. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. There we go.
Or just hoping to get somebody drunk on them.
Exactly. That's what love is, isn't it? She is over there just tearing stuff up, huh? We have a bad puppy who can't sit still today, and she's just tearing everything up and making so much noise.
Quick. All right. Well,
and it's saying you need to
slow down.
Knight of Pentacles, Temperance,
Stand
Knight
still
of
for a
Pentacles.
minute.
Yeah, look at that Queen of Swords. There's an element here. When this Queen of Swords comes out and something pertaining to a love reading, look at that. She's got blood coming off that sword. There's a reason. There's a reason the Queen of Swords is like that. She has seen a lot. There is a good reason. Go ahead.
Oh, the Three of Cups. You've got a lot of cups on the table here.
Yeah, you do. In the world. I don't want this to be somebody's downfall. I mean, I'm all for, like, love and everything, but I'm just like, Love spells aren't my thing, although I do get it. But there's a whole lot of ways you can catch somebody and get some money.
The Ace of Wands, you can catch somebody by getting pregnant.
Besides doing. So this is getting even better, isn't it? I was hoping this is going to be like, no, I don't need to do that. Yeah.
Well, you're seeing this person, whoever you are, you're seeing this other person through, what is it called, rose-colored glasses. Yep. You're not seeing the real picture. You're not seeing them for what they are.
And she's the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Wands is presenting herself as a Queen of Wands.
This other person is all for having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, someone's just getting manipulated in love. Good grief. Agnes.
Now, well, we'll see where the cards go. Give us some more cards for this read.
Oh, my heavens.
Where does the energy...
The star. Look at this. More cups, more water. There's an overarching water theme today. A lot of really strange watery vibes going on. I don't know if it's something in the ether. I don't know if it's something in the people that we're connecting with. I really don't know. But there's a whole lot of emotional garbage.
Well, there's no sitting still for you. And you've lost your head over this other person. And if they are pregnant, if they have come up pregnant, you're just in awe. You're all for it. You can't think of anything better.
And it looks, there is just a, there's an overarching, overreaching theme with a lot of water coming up. A lot of water coming up. A lot of water coming up. Like a lot of old stagnant emotions coming up with this full moon. Something about this full moon is telling me it's like there's a bunch of old emotions coming up.
What is this full moon called? The snow moon?
Snow moon, hunger moon, chase moon. Look, because we even start with this right here. I mean, and we all know, like, traditionally, you know, that genie gives you 3 wishes, but how old is that genie? And they never work out that way. There's just there's a theme going on. Looks like something's going to be culminating this week into this weekend, and it's like, really trying to hammer down on this water theme.
Oh, goodness. The Ten of Swords.
And it's under the Queen, yeah. She's just, you've got 8 swords, Queen of Swords, 10 swords.
Mm-hmm.
And then all these cups. Look at all these cups. All right, I'm getting it. It's coming to me, okay, y'all? Y'all know how it is. Because a lot of times I'm the feeler. I can feel what it feels like, but it takes me a moment to get it, like, you know, out of my mouth. Say it in words. But I know what I'm feeling, and it's not steady. It's funny, the Knight of Pentacles is the one in the middle of the whole reading so far, and that's the last thing I feel is that. Although I feel grounded, but in a stagnant pool. I mean, I don't feel, not a good grounded, not a strong grounded, not carry forth and do your plans grounded. No, and it's weird because there is some flowing water here, but it feels like it's just going from one sick bed to the next, from one sick bed to the next. Y'all know what I'm saying? One sick bed to the next. Like it's a chamber pot. What the hell? Why am I getting chamber pot?
Well,
This is looking more and more like just stagnant, dirty, back and forth, and now we've got the star coming to bring. It's weird. It's not. This isn't nothing about none of these reads we've done is mentally correct. There is some weird mental illness running through all of this, and it's got an underlying water element. And I guess the reason I'm getting that so strong is because the moon is coming, and you know what that does to any water element. That full moon, it comes up, man. It's coming up, y'all. Whatever is going to happen on this full moon, it's from now until the full moon. Just be careful, because people are just going to start spilling their guts. Literally, metaphorically, metaphysically.
They're not only going to spill them, they're going to scream them at the top of their lungs.
Are.
They're going to scream them.
There's so much verbal diarrhea.
If you have ever done anything to offend someone,
it's just someone's going to let you know.
If you've done someone that done something to someone that they feel just rocked their life, that it was the worst thing in the world to happen to them, you're going to hear about it.
Everybody, you're right.
Yeah.
There's an overarching theme of water here, but remember, water seeks its own level. And it doesn't matter if you're a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, everyone's subject to that emotional. Mm-hmm. And there's something about a tyranny, a stagnant, fucked up, dirty, like a tyranny that's been brewing, nice and slowly brewing underneath the surface.
Yeah.
That's been sitting stalled, like a stalled car.
And it's all going to come out.
I mean, some people are reveling in this shit,
and
it's so gross.
Some of the people that this resonates with, you won't even need liquor to get this out.
Right? It's just going to start pouring out.
It's coming to the surface.
Yeah. There's some shock and awe involved in a lot of this. And it's this overarching water thing, and when it opens up, it's like a dam. It's like the toothpaste you can't get back into the... It's like an explosion. It's like verbal. All of these emotions and cutting words, huge amounts of stagnant emotions are going to start coming up that are like... I mean, stuff that I don't know, that we thought was dead. No, it's not that we thought it was dead. And I'm saying we, because we're included, because this just looks like a huge universal karmic dumping ground. That now all of a sudden it's like all these cosmic forces said, oh, y'all thought y'all could just dump your shit on the gods or the earth or Mother Gaia. I don't know. I'm trying to get there, y'all. Let me just keep going. And it's like, you thought you were going to do that. Guess what?
And for all you're seeing through rose-colored glasses here,
gosh,
the other person involved in this is not.
No,
they are not.
No,
and if
they're reveling in the filth.
Yeah, and if you did by chance get this other person pregnant, they are not happy about it. Not at all. You may be besotted with this person. They are not besotted with you.
When's the last time anybody has used or even heard the word besotted? I love it.
They are
It's already coming out. You see? It's already coming out. That's a word that's got to be at least 300 years old. Besotted.
But they are not with you. They are not with you. And this pregnancy is not something that is wanted for the few that this part of it applies to.
And you know what? Now I'm getting it too. Somebody's water's going to break early. Somebody's water's going to break early. Be careful about that. There is just... Because it's going to be brought on by this weird, old, stagnant energy of that. It's some people... Okay, look. When we're talking about shit like this, this is the kind of stuff that manifests in a certain way, right? All right, so we're not just talking metaphysically. We're talking about how this kind of stuff is going to come out onto the masses, okay? Whether the mass is 50 people or 5 million people, we don't know, all right? We don't know. All I know is, even if it was for me and you and 2 or 3 other people, if it ended up being 5 people, it would still feel the same. Now, if it affects 5 million, I don't know. I don't know, because this is universal forces that I'm reading. I have no clue. But the way that some people are affected, it depends, because if you are in they call this a delicate condition for a reason. If you're in a delicate condition, think about what that means. You are subject to outside forces more than people who are not in a delicate condition. There are things at work here that are looking to manifest in certain physical ways. Metaphysical, spiritual forces brought on by the huge dumping karmic ground of the human psyche, dumped into a pool in a city pond somewhere that's trying to find its way out. The fairies aren't happy. They're trying to find a way to let you know. I don't know, something like that. Their universal forces are gonna come right up like regurgitated sickness, going from one sick bed to the next. Like I said, it looks like we're just taking chamber pots and going back and forth. It's gross.
And what NightShade said is totally correct. I see it too right here. Some of you, your water will break early. You will go into early
labor.
Early labor. For others of you, death. For others of you, you're deciding to, I know you don't like me to use that word, so what word?
Terminate?
Terminate a pregnancy.
Yeah, this is going to be a big, huge, it seems like the
this
weakest
is going to be
among
a difficult full moon.
Yes, it is. Because the
For a lot
weakest
of
among us are not only pregnant women, the weakest among us are the babies.
Yes.
That have yet to be born. Those are the weakest among us because they're subject to the
But
whims
these
of
two
whatever.
definitely say if you are pregnant, you're going to break. You're going to go into labor early.
Labor.
And others of you who have found out you're pregnant, you're going to.
But there's a
abort.
reason why this is happening. There's some sort of emotional dumping ground that has not been kept. Some people have been just throwing their emotions out the back door, and it's been piling up like dirty chamber pot stuff. They've just been dumping it out the back door.
Hoping it would go away.
Hoping it would go away, and it ain't gone nowhere. It's turned into a big, funky pile of sick, and this is what it's doing. All right, so I'm trying to get away from this water theme here, but this is what it's doing. It's almost like the fumes from all of this dumping ground are just carrying you away. This is not a time for people to be making these big fat decisions about life and death and shit, but, you know.
King of Swords.
I know, to each his, her own. I got it. I know what you're
King of Swords.
That's what we need, is somebody to think clearly. There's a whole lot of feminine energy on the table, and a lot of it is getting real moldy and sick-like, and like it just feels like a filthy hospital, filthy homes, filthy heads, filthy hearts, filthy bodies. Lots of stagnant, old, ugly psychic energy is going to be coming up.
I was just going to say, what's in your subconscious?
Yeah, what's in your subconscious?
What's in your subconscious? What have you been trying to hide even from yourself? Maybe it's time that you took a good look at your inner feelings, your inner self.
Yeah, yourself. Take a look at yourself.
What have you done?
Instead of blaming
More
shit on everybody
importantly here,
else.
what have you not done that you
What
should have?
have you not done that you should have?
Exactly. What have you not done?
This whole situation needs, what we need is fire, and it's the only thing we ain't got on the table.
I know it.
We ain't got no fire.
Any fire
and that's
on the
exactly
table.
what we need. And we're just had our fire festival.
Oh, strength.
What y'all doing that this is coming up now? We just had a fire festival. Lupercalia is coming. Y'all need to take that time right in this weekend and this weekend and next weekend and get some burning needs to be done. Some burning, cleansing,
Cleanse
fires.
your house.
Cause look,
Take a cleansing bath.
You need to cleanse your soul. There's some stuff that needs to come out, and I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. If you need to say something to somebody, you need to get it out, y'all.
Yes.
Y'all don't wait till you've had a few drinks.
You've been
and say
holding
it.
back.
You've been holding
yeah.
back
for too long, and it's built and built and built and built to where it's going to be so ugly now.
It don't need to be that.
It would surprise me if you felt better after you got it out.
Because now people are contemplating, okay, I'm going to go this way because I'm fucking NightShade and that's what I do. People are even contemplating not only just terminating pregnancies, but killing their children. Somebody here is contemplating killing their children to get back at somebody who has hurt them.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I see.
Look at this. It's because a lot of people who don't know how to deal with emotions can turn into that Queen of Swords. She is an embarrassing card. She means female embarrassment.
Yeah.
Widowhood. She carries the scars for a lot. That's why she's got the blood on her sword. She carries a lot. She's getting emotionally carried away. This is somebody who could open fire on a school. But it wouldn't be somebody, it wouldn't be a student. This is a horrible thing. This is a horrible thing. Wait,
The Six of Swords. Get while the getting's good.
Get while the getting's good. And not only that, this just shows you how sick this person is. 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords. Look at her.
There's a double meaning
Look
here.
Look at her. There's a major double meaning here.
While the getting is good, but also if they have to move across town, travel across state, they'll be buying diapers so they don't have to stop to go to the bathroom.
That's so NASA. What's her name that did that? I know, that's so gross. But yeah, there's an element
and
here.
it started in the home.
Some sick.
It started in the home.
Is going on behind the scenes, y'all.
Some of you do not have a happy home life.
And it's stagnating. It's stagnating in your consciousness. And it's coming out in these aggressive acts to the lesser of society. What I would say, animals and children and old. We always say between us, we say, you don't hurt animals, children, and old people because they can't defend themselves. But this is somebody who is like, I have to take it out on somebody. I have to do it. They're not in control of their faculties. So this kind of person is going to take it out on the weakest amongst the group. The weakest amongst the group is animals, children, and old people.
They want to take it out on their significant other. If you look at this, if you look at this card, I call this card the kiss of death because look at that snake at the bottom. She lifted her foot, so he got bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my.
This
is a full moon reading.
This is full moon energies too. This is full of full moon culminative energies.
And this is when the work gets done. This is when
shadow work.
Yeah, shadow work. So,
y'all, that's what we use these decks for, is shadow work. So it's no wonder that it's coming out like that. But we have been prompted heavily to use these cards to do these readings. There's a reason why, and it's because of this. Because if this isn't you, but you're watching this, somebody in your immediate vicinity is going through this. And don't be the one they want to take it out on. Run.
But if it's not you, and you know about this, then you need to let the proper people know. You need to tell someone.
I'm gonna take it. I don't even want to, because this is the kind of stuff that happens at certain times of the year after things have been like that dumping ground has just gotten too full, and then it erupts. It's like what is that thing that if you don't live in the city, you have what do you call it?
Septic tank.
Septic tank. God damn, I couldn't think of that at all.
That's what we have in the country.
In the countries, they don't have, they just, you have to clean that stuff out every once in a while. I know this is really good, and I'm usually not a potty mouth. I don't have
the tower.
I get no enjoyment out of gross physical things. She knows me. I can't stand it. But this is something like a huge explosion of a septic, like just so, oh God, it's making me want to retch. There's so much underneath the surface that's coming out. So we've done several readings, and there's something about this time of year. What's going on, y'all? There's something about just lately. It's like all of a sudden we've reached that point where we can't take no more. We can't take any more. And like, bam, all of a sudden there's going to be a huge explosion.
Yes. On a bunch of people's part.
Yeah.
This isn't limited to 1 or 2 people here.
No, and if pregnancy doesn't fit you, then that part doesn't. But maybe the other part does.
That's right.
I'm just trying to explain what I'm feeling so that, you know, if this pertains to you, it's like, because believe me, I'm a Cancer. I have a Taurus rising. I like things pretty. I don't like talking about exploding septic tanks. But somebody needs to, if that's what you're, like I said before in the other reading, if I would not be surprised if somebody had like busted sewer pipes and shit, because this is manifesting. But this, okay, it's almost like we just keep going deeper and deeper into this person's psyche, isn't it? It's very strange. This person is out to get the least protected members simply because of this disgusting overflow of sick, psychic, ugly hatred, disgusting grossness that's in them. It has carried them away to a different dimension. They are no longer considering life sacred. They are no longer considering love, beauty, things that make life worth living. A beautiful painting, a beautiful piece of music, a beautiful kiss from your lover. None of that even exists in this person's world.
So if you're
like you said before, they're not seeing it. It's like
they're not seeing
they
it.
are completely
rose-colored
detached
glasses
from reality.
So
they are celebrating this, though.
Yeah, if you are someone who strayed from your marriage, I'd be careful of your
significant other.
Yes, your significant other if she's found out. And I'd say in that scenario, the significant other most definitely has found out, and she is plotting her revenge.
And she's going to take everybody with her. She's just going to make sure that it hurts you in the worst way possible.
Oh my goodness. It's a hard read.
Yeah, it is. But we said we weren't going to censor ourselves. We've been censoring ourselves since we started this damn channel. There is a reason why we do these kind of reads, and for the longest time we didn't put these kind of things up because we were like, nobody wants to hear that. And
we
then
didn't
it was
put
like
a lot up that we did because it just seemed too harsh.
It was way harsh. But this is real. This is really the real thing.
We only read what the cards show us. That's all we read.
Yep. Like she says, it's not butterflies and pink clouds and pink ponies all the time, y'all. We've been doing this for a real long time. So, you know, I don't know. We don't always have
more than one world
is
is going to come crashing down here. More than one world is going to come crashing down. Let's see.
And there's a loss of life here. Okay, there's a loss of life here, and I'm not even going to play that any other way. And it's going to hit the least among us. It's going to hit the least among us. Meaning, I'm with you. I'm here. I'm reading it. I'm feeling it. So if you think I'm getting away scot-free, I'm not.
No.
Somebody that you know, one of y'all watching, either one of y'all specifically watching or somebody you know, this is going to affect you.
Yes.
This is going to affect you. This person is in one of our vicinities. This thing. Now, if this is even bigger, like I said, it could be for 5 people. It could be for me and you, and then maybe 3 other people watching that may get something out of this. But what if this is for 5 million people? Then this would be something huge, like like a real explosion, like a real bending of the rules, like a real person in charge of something that causes the death of many, many people. Someone who's lost touch with reality. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just saying these are universal forces that are coming into play here.
Yes, and it's definitely
is it getting more and more expansive?
It's definitely going to be this weekend,
and it's getting more expansive. So this is the kind of stuff that, you know, we strive to avoid. Well, I mean, normal people strive to avoid it, but this is the kind of stuff that happens in life. This is real stuff.
If you know help, if you know help. If you know someone that's in this situation, in this frame of mind,
and you
then
can see
you
it.
need to help them.
You can see it. It is someone's significant other. It is someone's
definitely.
significant other. It is somebody. This is on the microcosm, okay, not the macrocosm. We already explained the macrocosm. That's a big, huge, ugly thing. But in the microcosm,
the whole thing.
This is talking about a mother that has been betrayed by her other half.
Yeah.
And if you've never read the story of Medea, go and read it.
Yeah, he betrayed big time. He got someone else pregnant.
And there is...
He has just destroyed his whole home life. His wife is just destroyed.
And now she's ready to take that destruction and just times 10 it into something else.
And you know why? It's because she never, ever, ever thought this would happen.
No. That's why the Queen
She
of
thought
Swords
you
is
were
always
so
hard
steady
hit. Yep.
and strong and beyond all of this. She thought you were beyond being, wherever it is, you were beyond being besotted with somebody else.
There's that word again.
So, and she simply does not know how to handle this betrayal.
Nope. And see, that's where water signs can have a big, huge influence on that kind of stuff, because we can sit in that space and go, it's okay. We can rock back and forth with you for a little while, because we won't lose our minds. But an air sign, you do something to them, they don't expect. Boy, they get all of a sudden the whole world just what?
The 9 of Pentacles.
Y'all, I'm telling you, there's not a pretty thing.
Yeah.
This ain't no pretty thing. If you think your friend is on the verge of doing something,
she's got the
she's
what
got
is
all
that?
the outward appearance of being like
exactly the wool pulled over people's eyes.
Yep.
As
But
if she does not have a care in the world. She
and everything is perfectly
doesn't
fine
know
in
about
her
it.
household, and she doesn't know exactly. But you know, she knows. She's talked about it. She hasn't been totally closed-mouthed about it. The girls in her little circle know.
The world.
There's double worlds for you.
Yes.
I mean,
some of y'all's
there
world
is
is just going to come tumbling down.
Like
Just
like the
tumbling
tower.
down.
But I tell you, it's because of the way she's looking at stuff. There's no longer trying to really get this point across to people. If you think this is somebody you can bargain with, telling you, this is not someone who sees the people in her vicinity like people anymore.
No, not at all. She's not seeing anything at the moment.
To her,
she's only seeing her
the
hurt.
weakest among you is expendable. And that means you are less than her. You're less than she is. She is better than you. She's better and smarter. Even though she's in the middle of a fucking psychotic break.
Yeah.
This woman thinks that she's better. She looks at the people around her like they are those animals down there. She wants to crush them. The weakest amongst you now will be subject to death. There is no two ways about it. This woman is going absolutely bonkers. You cannot reason with someone like this. She has sailed. There's no reasoning here.
There's a split between her body and her mind.
Yes, there is no congruency here. She knows that she's wrong, but she is allowing herself to actually believe that she's right. There is no coming back from this type of thing. That's why they used to put people like this in crazy houses. Now they just let them go. I don't know why. I'm just saying. I don't know. And I'm not making fun of mentally ill people. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. It used to be like people got locked up. And now it's like we just give them pills and let them go. We don't even keep track of them hardly.
Okay, for a few of you out there, for whoever this resonates with, if you, if your significant other, if you're the one that's cheated, if you're the one that's strayed from the marriage,
right there, if you're the guy who's strayed from the marriage,
from the bonds of marriage, and your wife wants to sit with you this weekend, talk with you, talk it out. If she gives the impression that everything, we just need to talk this
on
out,
the up and up,
and she gets you drunk,
I wouldn't be surprised if she had put poison in something and made you deathly sick at this point.
yeah. Well, be careful, because you just may get so drunk that you don't know when a knife or something is pulled on you.
Yeah, exactly. This is the best.
I know
this is the best
that
time
right
to kill
there,
somebody.
That right there, to me, I named that the first time I
Kiss of
saw it, the kiss of death. Because, I mean, take a good look at this card.
And this all came from this.
She lifts her foot so
as
she
not
does
to
not
be.
get bit by that snake.
And I know there's a totally different meaning for that.
Yeah,
and everything,
but that's how
that's
I see it, and that's how it's showing
when it
in
hits
this
you
read.
the first time, something it's called, it crystallizes that way in your mind. You can't change it. It's intuitive. Try it. You might learn something about yourself that might surprise you. You might be cooler and smarter than you fucking think. Anyway, look, this moment of shock and awe.
Yeah.
There's a big, fat, huge moment of shock and awe that this woman has experienced. And after that, it no longer became about normality.
No.
She's talking to the fishes. Get it? Now, in another reading, these would be wonderful cards, okay? This ain't wonderful.
Nope.
She has lost touch with reality. She's not listening to words. So if you think she's going to sit down and talk sense with you,
But
you already know.
But
you
for some of
already
you,
know.
she's going to
I'm
give the
telling
impression of, yes, let's sit down, let's have
Let's
a
do
meal,
this.
let's have some
Yes.
drinks, let's talk this out and see where we can go from here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're that person, better beware.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're not given something, you're going to get tipsy enough that
where you just don't even
you're-
see the poisonous snake.
Yeah, you don't see that snake
even
coming
see
at
it.
you in the form of a knife or a
Anything can happen.
bullet or whatever.
And then what she does from there, it's up.
Yes.
She's like, I've done this. Now everybody, we'll all go together. Let's all go tonight. This is the kind of thing, once this person lost touch with reality, all it is now is sitting and thinking about how she's going to create the most havoc.
And that could very well be this for the few of you who have not so far enough along that you're going to go into labor early. It could be that she'll come after you.
Could be.
Because you, for
I didn't
her,
want to say it
you
because
are,
it's getting so bad, but yeah,
I
I
know.
see knives and stomachs
Oh,
and
I
all
know.
kinds
Look
of
at
gross
this.
shit.
Yeah.
Because
she could
look,
come after
this
you
is,
to take the baby.
look at that, exactly. That's not a normal, in this context. Now, y'all seen me read this card before, and a lot of times we're like, ooh, yummy, it's a good one. Not here. This ain't good.
No.
None of this is good. And if you have somebody that's like, oh, let's just sit down and talk about how you fucked up, you better think
Yeah.
This is happening whether or not. This is happening.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's too
this is
strong.
happening.
This is already.
It's already
this
in the
woman has already
process.
had the psychic
It's
break,
already in the
psychological
process.
break. Yeah.
What she's thinking of now is what she can do.
And then, you know what? What she's thinking of, exactly, she's planning this. She's just letting herself get carried away in planning. This is already happening, whether or not you know it or not.
Yeah, it's
So
already in place.
It is.
So
It's
what
already
this
in
is-
place.
What's important here, if you know of this situation, you need to let someone know, because, children are involved
Children are
here.
involved here.
And they
Unborn
don't
children,
deserve this.
born children, pregnant women. This is a whole.
So
Yeah.
if you have any information concerning this, you need to give it up to the right people.
Ugh.
You know,
I actually all of a sudden feel sick. I don't.
I just can't stress
About
enough.
yeah.
You need to
I can feel it in my womb. I can actually feel the
If you know
sickness.
someone this is happening to, if you are the other woman, then
you need to go lock yourself behind closed doors.
Well, not only that, it's your duty to let your lover know that you have a really bad feeling about this.
You have an extremely bad
Whoever
feeling.
you are that sees this, if it resonates with you in any way, you need to take whatever precautions, safeguards, telling the right people, whatever the phrase is, you need to take it upon yourself to prevent this from happening.
Because if you can do something to prevent it, you need to. I'm getting a really, when I split the deck, I saw the Ace of Wands again. I'm getting a real strong feeling of like, that incomplete birth, early, the water breaking and everything happening, like, because it's going to be a flood of all of this, and that's going to be
death
that metaphorical.
Isn't here for no reason. All right. There's nothing else we can say here. The cards aren't going to give you an answer to this situation. If you do this, it'll turn it all around. That's not going to happen.
No, this is done.
This is already in play.
The only thing that can be done
finished.
is that this woman might be stopped.
Exactly.
And that would require someone doing something physical, as in police, stuff like that. You know, we're not talking about you pulling a gun on her and stopping her or anything like that. You need to get others involved that can take care of this, i.e. the police.
Exactly.
You know,
this
talk
isn't
to
something
your
you
lover,
want to
like
handle
she said.
yourself.
No, you can't stop someone like this. This is the kind of person that, come on, this person is actually fantasizing about killing others right now. Fantasizing about it. I mean, absolutely getting carried away in the luscious fantasy of infanticide, homicide. Are we making ourselves clear here? There's no talking to this person. There's no talking this person back from the ledge.
No, they
not on your part.
They were hurt beyond all measure.
They were hurt beyond. That's what I said. Air signs are weird, man. Once they break,
what they could tolerate. They were hurt beyond what they can tolerate.
So the next time you want to mess around, y'all, people looking at this, just remember, all is fair in love and war, right?
But
just remember, when you kiss somebody,
it's not always. It's not just you that's affected. You affect everyone around you, especially family. So we hope the right people hears this.
Say vows or whatever. Just
you say them for a reason. So. We hope the right people see this and take heed from it.
Damn, y'all,
do
sorry.
what's necessary.
We're like, just,
I know we weren't planning on this kind of read for a full moon, but it had to go out there. So, do what you need to do. Do what you should do. Help where you can help.
And then one of our other readings was just keep your mouth shut and let everything go by. You know, watch the other reading.
Not in this case.
Well, you know, there's a fine line there too. There's a fine line, because those were two different readings, but there was a whole lot of like this stagnant water energy coming up.
Yes, there was
coming up from
there
stuff.
Was.
So you know,
now one of the universal reads today.
Yes, if this pertains to you, you know, only you can decide.
You use your conscience and do what you decide needs to be done. That's all we can say.
Yeah.
So until our next read, bye-bye.
Bye.